I had to move upstairs, so I'm setting up this space. I'll explain it better later. But, I have to put my stuff in here now. Again, I'll explain later, but I'm now going to be upstairs. This is my room, I guess, for however long, like for the next few months or something. Year, I don't know, year or more, I don't know. That'd be better. My parents are going to be sleeping in my room downstairs because I sleep on the main floor. So it's not fun. This is not funny. I'm going to be sleeping in my parents' room. So we're swapping rooms. So this is like the kind of like office space that is connected to the room. So I'm just putting all my clothes in here so that, like this is a clothing rack that I already had, and then I'm building another one because we're going to leave my parents' closets like just with their stuff, and I'm just going to throw all my clothes basically in here, and I'm cleaning up my room. You guys saw everything that is in my room a few vlogs ago. I showed everything that I've gotten set up, and I organized it all, and you know, I should be moved out of my parents' house anyway. Like I should be moved out of here, but I still live here. But I was in that room for years, and I got it all set up finally, and I have to move everything out of it. So, except for the bed. So that's what I'm working on. This is Sunday. What's the day? Sunday, October 20th. And I'm currently building, so I already got, I don't know if you can see this. I got one clothing rack here with some stuff. I really don't know if you can see this, but, and then I've got a bunch of my sweaters down there. I hope you can see that on that cabinet. And then I'm currently building a new clothing rack that I just got from Amazon, came in today. So I'm building that so that I can hopefully fit all of my clothes. And there's some other stuff in here that I'm just going to leave and I'm not going to touch. And then I'll bring up my desk and a bunch of things and temporarily have my items in here. And then I'm trying to figure out how to get the ball rolling on. At some point I will move out. I'm not going to leave my parents though while all this is happening. I'm going to stay here, obviously. I can't really afford to move out right away anyway, but I have to make that plan that, you know, because I don't think I'm planning to. Of course, you never know. I don't know if I'm going to be moving all my stuff back downstairs into that room again, or if it's going to be here and then I'll move out. But for the time being, I guess I'm going to be here. It's very strange. But I'm just building this, and I wasn't going to film anything. I wasn't going to film this at all because it's kind of weird and it's not something good. Like, this is not good, and I don't want to be documenting this really, but I think it makes sense to. Just in case, like, I don't know, life happens, and for better or worse, I do believe in documenting it to some degree. But this is what's currently happening. So, we will be in here. The bed is over there. That's the bed. That's the bedroom. And then this is what we're working with. That cabinet was already there. The chair was there, but the chair was over here in this corner. And then I'm going to leave this bookshelf. We'll probably throw some of my books in it, but I don't really want to touch it overall. And then behind here, there's a cabinet that's been there for a while. And then two big bookshelves that I also am not going to touch, and I'm not going to take the books out. I'm just going to leave it. That's at least the plan. And I've got this clothing rack, and then I'll put another one there, this one that I'm building. Yeah.
Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
It's not as tall as my other one, and it is not as sturdy for sure. This other one is from Target that I got many years ago. But this one, I mean, I figured from Amazon it wouldn't be amazing, but once the clothes are on it, I think it should do the job at least. But it's got wheels, but I'm just going to lock it in place. So I'll put it over here. I wonder if I should do this and then put something in between. Potentially. Anyway. So it's there. I will probably move it, but see how it's not as tall. But it's got 2 bars, which I thought would be good. I mean, but I don't know. Because I'm going to have clothes down here to go through, then how am I going to reach? I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work, guys, but this is just, it's all temporary, okay, technically. By the way, can you see that? Those are my parents. I hope you can see that. So that was when they got married. And I think that's my grandpa back there, actually. Looks like it, but yeah. That's my mom, that's my dad. So they're going to be sleeping in my room because my mom needs to be on the main floor. At least during, you know, treatment and everything that she's going to be doing. But, yeah. Let's see what else you can see, because we got lots of pictures. And then that is, so that's my mom and my dad, and then that's me and my sister. My brother wasn't born at that time, I guess. And that's my aunt and uncle, and then one of my cousins. The other cousin wasn't born yet either, and that's my grandma and grandpa. This is all my mom's side of the family. So just so you guys know, that's kind of that side of the family with some people not there yet. My brother and my other cousin. But yeah, so we have a lot of pictures in here, but just wanted to share that, I guess. I don't know if you can see from there. I'm going to start bringing some more clothes up and putting it on the rack. So that's what I'll do now.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Mama put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door.
That's it. This is barely holding this stuff up. Okay, just a few more items. Hi guys. Let's see. I want to update you on the status of the room because this is what is happening now. I am all moved into this room. I will show you really quickly just to give you this update, but I have to be quiet because my mom is sleeping downstairs. So let me see how much you can see. You are currently on top of my desk, so I kind of set it up the same way as downstairs, where the desk is facing the window, so if I work at my desk I can look out at the trees, which are very pretty. Not quite orange yet, only some of them. I'll show you that another time when we get to more fall trees. But back here, I don't know if you can see. Let me just flip the camera around and I will show you, but I mean, kind of like, let me flip it around. Let's see, that's a mess. I need to clean up that, but I have this chair that was already in this room. Back here, there's this cabinet that was already there. I just have my sweaters all set up on top of that. Those were already on the wall. These are the clothing racks. They're all set up. So I have a lot of clothes and I had to bring them all up. I've got shoes along the bottom there. So this is kind of like a closet, basically. A walk-in closet. And then there's the desk. And then I have my mirror there. So I can see myself there. And then here is, let's let the light adjust. There's a bookshelf. It's a bit dark in here. Messy books I need to put away. And then this is the shelf that has my pants. And then I have bags and bags and bags and books and books and my guitars and bags and books and the keyboard, which is all covered now. And yeah, so that's everything that's in that room. So I had to bring all of that stuff upstairs, and at some point it'll just be packed up for whenever I move, but that's what that's looking like. And then the rest of the room is over here. That's the bed I've been sleeping in, and the bathroom is down that way. So that's everything. So that's the update. So I did move everything up, and in terms of everything else, I will not update you on that, but that's what's happened. Yeah, I have nothing more to say at the moment, so. I actually should have mentioned the date. It's Monday, October 28th. So, that's the date. Hi guys. So we're not doing anything fun at the moment or anything, but I haven't officially like started this vlog and said it's a vlog or anything like that. And I don't know if it is a vlog. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I did talk in the last vlog. I mentioned what was going on. So things are kind of stable at the moment. So I'm trying to still film things, and I'm back to posting on TikTok for the time being. And it's just like, unfortunately, life continues on, and it's weird though, because it does still feel like two different lives happening at the same time. Like there's the terrible part, and then there's just the rest of the life, and it's like everybody around you continues going as well. And so I can't just sit around and be depressed all the time. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep filming, but there's not much fun things to document. I do have an update though. I was able to officially save up enough money for the first savings goal item that I had. If you have seen my other videos, you might know, the sun is coming out. You might know that I was saving cash in savings jars that I bought at Michael's to get certain items, because I'm trying to budget. And so my rule for myself is that I'm only allowed to use pay in for, or like, Afterpay and stuff like that, for items that cost less than $200. But for anything above $200, I have to save for them with cash. And at the same time, I'm paying my debts. So I'm matching every $100 that I pay towards my debts. I'm able to take out like a $20 bill towards the savings goals. So for the last like 6 paychecks, I've been doing this, and I was able to save up enough money in cash for the first goal item, which was a Louise Carmen notebook. And if you know about Louise Carmen at all, they make leather portfolio notebooks that you can add like little insert notebooks inside. You'd have to look it up. It's Louise Carmen. They're in Paris, and they ship from Paris, and they make the notebooks there. And the amazing thing about the notebooks is that they develop a patina over time, because they're made of vegetable tanned leather, and you can get different colors, but they age and they darken and they develop the shine of a patina on leather, and it's gorgeous. So that's really why I wanted one. And also because when I use journals, like I have a lot of moleskins and a lot of things like that, but I have multiple things going at the same time, like my diary journal, I have like my bullet journal, I have notes, I have like research notes, I have sketchbook. It's all just various journals. And so I think it'd be nice to give this type of journal a try, where you can have multiple notebooks within one portfolio, like leather bound portfolio basically. So I got the road book one. I ordered it on Friday because I saved up $300 for it, because I got the little, you can get a monogram on it. So I got some words. I requested to have some words on it, and I will show you when it comes in. I ordered a red one. It's the road book one. I'll show it to you when it comes in, but that won't be for a while. It hasn't even shipped yet because I haven't even gotten the confirmation that they've completed it and shipped it. I got the confirmation that it was ordered though, but it's again in France, and they hand make it. Like the actual leather part exists, and then I'm sure they just take it as like a PO, and they take it and then they put it together. So they put the notebook inserts that I requested, and then they stamp the monogram on it, and they have to bind it with my selected cord. So I chose like a burgundy cord and red leather, and so they put it together and then they ship it. So it's gonna ship, I don't know how long it'll take from France, and again I haven't gotten the shipping confirmation yet, but I will show you when it comes in. So it's really exciting. That is a happy thing that has happened, that I was able to finally get that. It took 6 paychecks, which is what, like 12 weeks. So that's really, really cool. And then I don't know what the next item is that I'm going to save for as the main goal, because on the side I'm also saving for my camera and Coach bags, because now I have a Coach bag jar. You probably saw that in one of the vlogs when I bought that jar. But so yeah, I have multiple jars going at once, but I have to pick out what the next item is that's like within the $200 to $400 category, I think, is what, like every jar has a different category, and the Louise Carmen journal was in the $300 to $400 or $200 to $400 range, sorry. So now I got to figure out what's going to be in that next. But yeah, so it's really, really exciting to get that whenever that comes in. I have other things I'd like to talk to you about, but for now, I'm going to go to the office. So I just wanted to say hello as the beginning of the vlog. I know I've put in a couple of clips already, and it's obviously not good times right now, and Halloween is like, what, in 3 days? Halloween is in 3 days, sorry. And, you know, we're not celebrating Halloween. It's just not, we usually don't anyway that much anymore, but it's definitely like, you know, this is what it is. Bad times, but things still, I mean, you keep going on. So anyway, let me go back to the office, and I will see you whenever I film again. I really like my outfit today, so I'm going to try to show it to you. The sun's really good right now, but I'm at the office, so let me drive home, and then I'll show you my outfit. At least I think it's good. It's just amazing. Oh wait, you saw this sweater. You already saw this sweater in the last vlog. The dark brown J. Crew cashmere sweater. I did order it again in a size small because this is a size medium, and I think it's a little bit too big. So we'll see when the small comes in, if it's any different. But anyway, let me get to the house, and then I will film and show you.
Well, I'll be damned, here comes your ghost again. But that's not unusual, it's just that the moon is full and you happen to call. And here I sit, and on the telephone, hearing a voice I'd known a couple of light years ago, heading straight for a fall. As I remember, your eyes were bluer than robin's eggs. My poetry was lousy, you said. Where are you calling from? A booth in the Midwest. 10 years ago I bought you some cufflinks. You brought me something. We both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust.
pretty sure it's so dark in here though that you can't see my outfit well at all. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. It's too dark. Hold on. Yeah? Yeah, but you can come in.
Carter's gotta get a shower.
That's okay.
Okay, why don't you do
It's too dark in here anyway. Don't think my outfit is visible at all.
that? So can I throw it for her?
I'll probably do that. Try here. I'm wearing the J. Crew sweater. And then my Ralph Lauren belt, which I bet you can't see. And then my Calvin Klein jeans, which you can't see. I have my jacket, which I've had for a long time now, so you've seen this, but it does look good with the sweater. Hold on. Okay, hi guys. It's been a minute. This is not a 1 week vlog, it's just a bunch of clips put together because I don't really know when I last filmed. It's November 6th. I just wanted to show you my outfit and that's really it. I don't have any other updates. I did get my Louise Carmen journal in. Oops, I just banged it. I've got my Louise Carmen journal, which I'll talk to you about another time because there's a lot more to say and it's super duper thick because I put a big journal in it. I should have filmed it when I first got it. I have videos on my phone, but not on my camera. But yeah, it's been like a few weeks now, maybe 1 or 2 weeks since this came in at this point, but probably 2 weeks since I last filmed. I don't really know, but obviously there's a lot going on, so I don't have any updates otherwise, but that's here and it's beautiful. But anyway, besides that, my outfit, and I don't know if you'll see the whole thing, but it's a shirt from Banana Republic and then jeans from Banana Republic. They're the pin tuck jeans. This is the perfect shirt, that's what it's called. And then my Freebird boots, which, gosh, I don't know if you can see. Margaret Howell belt. It's dark in here, so I have this feeling you probably can't see anything, but it's the same old story. Okay, let's see if I can do better. What we're probably gonna have to do, because I can't get the full body in that clip, is I will just film in the mirror, because that's kind of perfect, and the lighting is actually really good in the mirror. So you can see, obviously. It's called the Perfect Shirt from Banana Republic, and I love it. And then the pants, as I told you, they're called the Pin Tuck Jeans. I have them in now 3 different washes. So I have like the cream white ivory wash, and then, like, it's not a full white, that's why I say cream, because it's more like a cream color. Then I have it in the light blue denim wash, and then this is the darker blue wash, and I love it. I hope they come out with this in black. I did order it in 2 waxed denim styles because they just came out with the waxed denim version, and so I got it in black and then I got it in brown, so we'll see when those come in. I hope they'll be the same. Like, I don't know what difference it will be when they're, I know what a waxed denim looks like. Obviously I have a few, or at least have one waxed denim pair of jeans, but anyway, I don't know if the shape will be any different, because you know, anytime you change the fabric you can't expect the pant to always be exactly the same. The changing fabric changes some things about it sometimes, but anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. But they're just like a wide leg jean, and I really like them. And then you saw the boots, but yeah, so there you go. It's the full look. Sorry. Yeah, because I don't know if I'll be able to film outside. I probably can, but that way at least you get the full
full look of the outfit. And I just said Margaret Howell belt, right? I already said that. Anyway, yeah, so I'll just catch you in a minute, I guess.
Well, you burst on the scene, already a legend, the unwashed phenomenon, the original vagabond. You strayed into my arms, and there you stayed, temporarily lost at sea. The Madonna was yours for free. Yes, the girl on the half shell could keep you unharmed. Now I see you standing with brown leaves falling all around and snow in your hair. Now you're smiling out the window of that crummy hotel over Washington Square. Our breath comes out, white clouds mingles and hangs in the air. Speaking strictly for me, we both could have died then and there. Now you're telling me you're not nostalgic, then give me another word for it. You were so good with words and at keeping things vague. 'Cause I need some of that vagueness now, it's all come back too clearly. Yes, I loved you dearly. And if you're offering me diamonds and lust, I've already paid. Oh, thread, you were all the things I thought I knew. I thought we could be. You were everything, everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. So close to me, just fade away. All this time you were pretending, so much for my happy ending. So much for the things you hide from me, all the shit that you did. You were all the things I thought I knew. I thought we could be. You were everything, everything that I wanted. Everything that I wanted. Okay, guys. Okay. So, I'm going to show you my journal. So, let's get to it. This is the Louise Carmen journal. Now, I am pretty certain that I did film when I said that. That's right, because I said something like, there are no good updates, or like there's no exciting things to talk about. And the only thing that I could think of was that I was able to order this journal. So here's the dealio. At this point, if you guys watch my videos, you must know, hold on, my pants are bunching up. You must know that I'm on my budget / low buy thing where I'm just trying to be more responsible with my spending. I'm not fully responsible with my spending, and I'll admit it. And you know, even with this low buy that I'm doing in the budget, I'm still buying a bunch of stuff. But my rule is that if it is under $200, I'm allowed to buy it even with pay in 4, you know, layaway stuff and PayPal, pay in 4, Afterpay, Klarna, as long as it's the interest-free
pay in 4 payments type of deal. The light just turned on. And if it's above $200, my rule is that I have to save money for it. I have to save cash for it. So that's what I've been doing for a lot of things. And the first item that I was saving for was this journal. So this is the Louise Carmen Road Book Portfolio or Road Book Journal. And it's a leather bound journal. And then inside you put little like moleskins and little notebooks inside of it, and you can interchange them. So the leather outside, the actual journal part, the portfolio, is meant to be kept and reused, and just it's an investment piece. And also the other thing about it is that the leather ages and patinas over time. It is vegetable tan leather. You can get it in a bunch of colors. I chose the red, and it darkens over time like a leather would when it's more natural and done in the vegetable tanned method instead of the chemical tanning, which most, I think it's like 90 something percent of leathers in the world, when you purchase a leather product, like 90 something percent of them are done with chemical tanning. It's just been that way since like the industrial age, I think, industrial revolution or whatever. But some leathers are still obviously, like vegetable tanning is just the natural way to tan leathers, like the old fashioned way to tan leathers. And the Louise Carmen journals are made of vegetable tan leather. So a vegetable tan leather will patina better and quicker than a regular chemical tanned bag. Not bag. Sorry, I said bag because I was thinking about this. This is the Coach bag, if you guys remember, and this is the Brooklyn. And if you get any of Coach's bags, which they've been doing more bags in this leather, it's called semi-vegetable tanned. And so it's still, I don't know how much of it, what portion or percentage of this was done with vegetable tanning versus the chemical tanning. But either way, these semi-vegetable tan leathers from Coach have been proving to me that they are patinaing is not a word, it's not a verb. It's showing patina. This is my most worn one. My red one is the second most worn, but it's not showing a lot of patina yet, but it's interesting. So when you get more of that vegetable tanned percentage, I guess, you're going to see more patina versus more of a finish. If there's a lot of finish on top of a leather, then you're not going to see as much patina, and it will, so it depends on what you want. Like if you want your leather product to maintain its brand new look for a long time, then to get something that's got more of a finish. I don't know how you determine that. You'd have to investigate whatever product you're purchasing and what the company is labeling the leather as, or like what type of leather it is. I'm not an expert, but Louise Carmen is known for the patina. That's what they're like famous for, because they'll show in TikTok videos and Instagram and everything, they will show the brand new journal, and then they will show it over a few weeks or months or a year, and how the patina like shows up in the leather. So patina is usually like the darkening of the leather, the shininess, because oils absorb into the leather. And then sunlight also affects leather, so it can tan the leather, like make it darker if you leave it in the sun a lot. And then also there's going to be like scratches, because there's not a huge protective finish on these. So I don't know if you can see the kind of scratches that have already shown up. So it depends on your taste and what you prefer. Like, I don't know if you would like something like this, how it ages. But I think Barnes & Noble sends, sorry, I'm talking so fast because I know I've spoken too much in this clip already. Barnes & Noble, I'm pretty sure, sells leather journals if you want a leather journal, and I'm sure those are probably more finished, like have more of a finish on them and protective stuff, but Louise Carmen does this on purpose. So anyway, I wanted this. It's from Paris, France, literally from Paris, France, where they make it. They put it together in their shop in Paris, okay? Well, they have the shop, and then they have their studio or their business, I don't know, anyway. They make it in Paris, and they ship it here. It got here so fast. It got here within like 3 or 4 days. It was insane. I live in Georgia in the US. Shipped so fast. And I didn't do expedited shipping. I just did the regular, and it came so fast. And with all the little added things that I ordered, the total was like $300 US, like 300 something dollars. So I saved up $300 to buy this. Yeah, that was a lot. But I wanted to explain it to you guys. But yeah, so I got the red, and I'll walk you through it a little bit. Let me check, make sure I'm not zoomed in though. Okay, so I know we're losing the lighting. It's almost 6 o'clock, and I'm gonna get my sushi in a second. But anyway, so I just got it in red, and it didn't come with these charms because I didn't choose to order the charms. If you look on Louise Carmen, or just look at them on TikTok or Instagram, it's Louise Carmen like this. Just to save my, I hope that focuses. Just to save myself from typing it out on the screen, which is always a pain. I hope you can see that. Louise with an E at the end, Carmen, Carmen, Louise Carmen Paris. Just look it up, but they have charms that you can get, and they call them gris-gris. I guess that's charm in French or something. I don't know. I didn't look it up, but they say they're called them the gris-gris. And you can get like up to 3, I think, added onto the band here, and then you can get maybe 1 or 2, I can't remember now, added on this side part. But I didn't feel like any of them were speaking to me. You can see them on the website and select which ones you want. It's an extra charge to get them. And I was going to pay the extra charge, but I ended up looking through everything, and I was kind of like, none of them are like really feeling like it's, I mean, some of them I could choose to make it a symbol that makes sense. I mean, obviously I like crosses and things, and those options were in there, but none of the actual looks of them were quite right, you know? So I decided not to get the charms, but when it came in, so I got it, let's just walk you through, sorry. It's the red color, right? And then I got a burgundy cord, and then I got If I Go, kind of monogrammed onto the leather. So I think you can only do up to 10 little, what do you call them? I can never remember this word when I'm trying to think about it. Just what it is. I can literally never. This is one of those words that for some reason my mind goes blank when I try to think about it. Like I know what the thing is, but I don't know what the word is. Like not texts. It's how many little letters you can use, but letter isn't the right word either. Anyway, I think it's up to 10 characters. Is that it? Like character limit. Like I think that's probably it. 10 characters, which is not the word that how I was picturing it in my head. Anyway, I think that's the word. So I did If I Go, and I debated what I would want, but everything that I wanted for the most part didn't quite fit, so I was trying to cut out letters and see if I could still do it. And this was just for the basic order. You can do a over the phone like video session where you can order it that way, and I think you can speak to one of the employees and they will do extra customization. I'm sure there's extra charge, but because I've seen people get it where they can get the placement, because this is just the basic placement it comes with if you get the monogram just through the simple order. But I've seen people get the placement there. I've seen people get it there. I've seen people get multiple like words, like a lot more text, like or a poem. I've seen people get a lot, like if you look online. And so I don't really wish I'd done that because I didn't feel like doing all that, and I'm okay with how this is. But I think for the next one that I get, potentially, or when I get a bigger one, because I'm gonna get the Magnum size, which is like the size of my larger moleskins and things. I'm going to get one of those at some point. I think I'll get it in black, and I think then I will do a full customization, get a lot more on it. I just have to think about what I want to put, but I'll do that later. For this one, I was totally fine with this. So I did If I Go, and if you have seen my channel, I have recorded now twice a cover of the song If I Go, I'm Going by Gregory Alan Isakov. It's one of my favorite songs by him. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite song by him. I don't know if I have, like if I had to choose, I think it'd be Liars, which I saw him play it live, and then he released it only on, I think, the Symphony album that he did. I'm pretty sure it's called Liars. I'm just going to double check. If I had to choose, that's probably my favorite. But anyway, so If I Go, I'm Going, though, is one of my favorites. And what happened is basically it's now just become kind of a symbol that's followed me through my life. And the fact that I covered it twice, and it's not an accident. I chose to cover it a second time because I did it the first time and I wanted to redo it. And I feel like I will do it over and over and over again. It's one of those songs that when I pick up my guitar, it's the first thing that I go to play because it's the only thing I really remember right off the bat. And I feel like because of the lyrics of the song and and how the song just is and how it feels for me, just instinctually. I think that it's a song that's going to follow me through my life and will always be like a thread, if that makes sense. And I can't explain it in words why it feels that way, but it just does feel that way to me. So when I couldn't fit all the other things that I was thinking about putting on here, yeah, Liars by Gregory Alan Isakov, that's probably my favorite if I had to pick. But If I Go, I'm Going technically means more to me than Liars does. But Liars also has a little bit of lore in my life as well, but that goes far back. That goes back to like 2016 or something. But anyway, it's getting too dark for me to really show this very well. But should I do this? I don't know how this looks. But anyway, yeah, so I did If I Go because I couldn't fit If I Go, I'm Going. So I did If I Go, ... And I think it works for the concept of the journal anyway, because there's a diary inside. I'm using my journal inside as well as other things. But just, it's almost like a final, like a leaving message. I don't like how I said that. Like it, a parting word, like a parting message. If I go, and wherever I go, and whatever happens, but I like the song, obviously, If I Go, I'm Going, and I'm going in all these ways. And I don't know exactly what the meaning is of what Gregory was thinking when he wrote it, but it's, I like the way that it's written and the pattern that it follows, and, so anyway, If I Go, that's what it is. And the back is just simple, and it's all red. The charms on it, which maybe are a story for another day, I think, but the charms are from my own collection that weren't really collected. I just had them around and I decided to put them on the journal. This one is from a necklace that my grandmother gave me, but I'm not a big fan of all of that meaning. It just really looks good, so I like that. On the back it says Jerusalem, actually, but you can't see it from there. And then this little thing I found in my mom's drawer. There's some people over there. Anyway, so I found that in my mom's drawer, jewelry box. Like, I think you probably should put it on a necklace, but it wasn't on a chain or anything. And then on the side, this is a locket, like a little heart locket, that I also found in my mom's jewelry box. So I just kind of put those on there. So that's a brief story on those. And then inside, just to take that off, inside I've got the first journal, which when you order these, you can get 3 journals from Louise Carmen that come free and included, and you can select which kinds. I put the stickers on it. And then it's the dotted one. And what I've been doing is actually using it as my to-do list tracker journal. So I start with like my to-dos for every day, and then I'll add little notes. So when I don't have time to actually write in my journal and do a full journal entry, this has been awesome. I've never done this before, but I really like it. I'm just doing a little notes part where I write a little brief, note on how the day was or whatever happened in the day, anything that was significant or noteworthy or something that I'd like to take a note of. So I'll do my to-dos and my notes. And if I don't complete something of the to-do list, I just move it on to the next day. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And that's going very well. And then, so that's the first journal. And then second journal I added. So this is the Moleskine 400-page journal, and it's the soft cover one. And I added that in there, and it's kind of a bold choice to do that, to stick that in there, because it's so freaking chunky, and it really made the journal very thick. But I like that, and I actually am happy about it. I wasn't sure if I would like it when I bought the 400-page Moleskine in Barnes & Noble, and then I was like, we'll just see how it goes, because I didn't know if I'd like how chunky it made the journal, but I actually really like it, and it's perfectly fine. But I knew that I didn't want to write my journal entries as a diary in these little thin, like, this is probably like 100 pages or something. I didn't want to do it in one of these. I want it to be significant, and I want it to be a longer story that's being told. The one that I have right now is 400 pages, and it's the hardcover Moleskine, and it's covered almost a year of diary entries. And so I wanted the thick one. I wanted to be able to follow my life or whatever's happening for that long of a period of time. So I ended up doing that, and I like it. I think it's perfectly fine. And then I have another small one from Louise Carmen in here that is the white, like, clear pages. And that one I think I'm going to use as a sketchbook. And then I have this, like, this is an extra accessory that I purchased that I had to buy separately, but it all shipped together. This is the portfolio. You can get these leather portfolios to go inside to add extra organization. And it has pockets. I don't know if you can see this very well with this light. Pockets and a zipper compartment, and then another pocket over here. And I just have this postcard in it that I got. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a postcard that I got in a package. It's a whole long story, but anyway. So yeah, that's everything. But anyway, that's the journal. So that's all the stuff inside, and then you just close it like that. Okay, I gotta get my sushi, and I don't know how the lighting is, but that's my journal. That's my Louise Carmen journal. But anyway, that's it. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. And now I'm gonna go get my sushi and a Starbucks, and I'm gonna go home. Any update that I could give about everything else that's happening, it's very difficult. It's very sad to witness everything right now, and it's very difficult. My family is pretty good at this. I think it's our nature. We're not super duper emotional people, and we're not super expressive of our emotions, even though a lot of us obviously feel deep emotions. We just are good at I guess not hiding it sounds bad. We're just good at pushing through and staying strong, I think, and like not breaking down a lot and becoming super emotional. But it is very difficult. So that's really all I can say. You can't even, unless you've gone through this or seen this happen to somebody, you can't really know, I think, how wild it is and how actually very difficult it is. I think it's going to get worse and more difficult as the weeks go on. Treatment doesn't start until next week. This is Wednesday, November 6th. The election was yesterday, by the way, which is a different thing that I'm not going to talk about. But yes, the U.S. election was yesterday for 2024. And I have nothing to say about it. I have no comment. But just so you know when we are in the universe right now, it is October 6th, 2024. And my mom's treatment, radiation and chemo start Monday. So it's probably just going to be very difficult. And I just don't even know till it starts. But we're just taking it one day at a time. And it's not pretty at all. But it's also not, I'm not like just going to break down and cry about it, because you just got to do what you got to do. And this is what it is. And it's ugly and it's terrible, but we just have to keep going forward, because you can't undo it and you can't go back. So anyway, there's a person walking by. Anyway. So yeah, but I'm still going about life the same way otherwise, but a lot of things have obviously changed, as you know, and it's just going to keep changing from here on out, because we can't go back. We can't go back. We can't get the family back to the way that it was and will ever be, and we can't get our lives back to the way that they were for the most part. I mean, some things obviously will continue and stay the same, but it's all just going to be changes from here on out. We had a good time, though, with things being the way they were. But in terms of updates, that's really it. It's difficult. We are continuing forward, and that is what it is. And it'll probably just get more difficult over the next few weeks. But we will keep going through. We will keep pushing through and taking it a day at a time. And that's all. So I'll either see you I'll either see you in the next clip or see you in the next vlog. I don't know, probably the next clip. I don't think we're done yet. I'm gonna get my sushi and I'll see you later.